sing other songs.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 868. And I was born in 1968. What a quinkadink. This is Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway here at the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Today, we have the finale of my interview with DARREN, GUYAZ, and BETH WESCHE of the Seattle, Washington band March to May. Plus, we hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And TV is making your children little bitty fatties.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We'll find out more on this show. Well, I have to admit, I am probably never going to see ever in my life another theatrical release of another high-budget, ridiculous movie because I am old and those kind of things don't appeal to me. Now, going to see live up-and-coming bands and musicians, I'll go view.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But I think life is too short not to enjoy good talent. Don't you?
Mike's
So thanks
Daily
for putting up with this show
Podcast.
and the semi-talent.
Yeah!
Anyway, it's, you know what? That's just me putting myself down, and I need to stop that as I bang this mic stand and throw it across the room. Oh, shoot, I'm going to have to pay for that. Oh, well. We'll just expense it out. Look who just walked in. Hello, Michael Matthews. This is Madame Rootabega. And I know all about my sister now. Yeah, we told you about how Benita apparently ran into your sister, Madame Rhubarb, at some sort of family reunion, crab feed, clam bake, pancake feed cook-off thing. Yes, Michael Master, we get the idea. There were a lot of people there and lots of food. Yeah, so that's cool. Michael Master, I hope I get to meet her soon. Yeah, maybe it'll be sooner than you think. That was a tease, and I'm used to doing those because I'm in radio, and all DJs ever do all day is, hey, coming up next hour, another chance for you to win tickets to see the brand new premiere of Avengers. Michael Master, don't ever do that voice again. Okay, look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the barking and ding.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we are very upset because we hear that Chris Christie is probably not going to be running for president.
Yeah, Mike, it's such a loss. Such a big loss. Do you know that? Because he's a big man?
Mike, he's very large and huge, and he's a commanding presence.
Yeah, Mike, he commands the presence of a lot of food around him at all times. Do you know that? No more fat jokes, no more fatty. Oh, we should jump right into the story now, don't you think? Yes, perfect segue about the weight of children. A new study has found that children in kindergarten and first grade who watch at least 60 minutes of television a day are more likely to be overweight or obese than those less exposed to the tube. For all you young people out there, that's what we used to call the television. Thus the name YouTube. Because it used to have tubes in it. And now it doesn't. Now it's just this flat thing. It's flatter. Soon it'll be as flat as paper. I got a little sidetracked. Pardon moi. Currently, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends a 2-hour cap on daily TV consumption in childhood. Wow. That's easy to say now that I'm at the age where I could very well be a parent. Hell, I could be a grandparent at this age. But when I was a kid, man, I watched so much TV. Saturday mornings, get up early. I saw so many cereal commercials. It's amazing. I was obese as a kid, so who am I to point the finger? But this is not me pointing the finger. It's the Academy of Pediatrics in America. This study suggests that most kids should watch a maximum of half of that amount, so only 1 hour. Children watching 1 to 2 hours were heavier than those watching less than 1 hour and were almost as heavy as those watching greater than 2 hours daily, the study's author said. That's Dr. Mark DeBoer of the University of Virginia. DeBoer's team accessed data from the Early Childhood Longitudinal Survey, which included over 11,000 kids enrolled in kindergarten during the years 2011 to 2012. Part of the study collected information around lifestyle factors that could affect a child's educational performance, including each child's computer usage and television habits as reported by his or her parents. The student's height and weight were also measured. Then researchers collected the same information from the same students and parents a year later, finding some striking correlations between TV watching habits and weight. The data showed that kindergartners and first graders who had a daily dose of 1 to 2 hours or more screen time per day had much higher body mass indexes than those who watched TV for an hour or less each day. But I must say, the whole body mass index thing, the BMI thing, I detest that. I hate that. I am so, okay, my target BMI is so incredibly inaccessible. I will have to starve myself. I will have to run a marathon a day. I will have to basically become a plant and photosynthesize to be able to reach that. I can't do that. Michael Rossi, you can do anything you put your mind to. In fact, you could find love if you put your mind to it. Madam, it is the year 2015. It is so easy to find love. There's this little thing called a smartphone. This thing right here. Michael Massey, don't hit your smartphone again. This is a microphone. You're going to break it too. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done. Oh no, the microphone blew up. Oh well, I'll expense it out. So that's basically 2015. There's apps for finding someone, dating websites. I don't even have this conversation. Why am I starting this conversation? I will end it right here. Because if I really wanted to find someone, I would just go on the internet, which I don't want to do. I'm never going to do that again after the fiasco from last year. Yeah, that was bad. Go back and listen to the podcast from last year in order to hear all about that funness that I went through. So I believe that we are meant to be alone. If we are alone, and if we're going to find someone, we put ourselves out there. We join the meetups. We join we will go on the internet dating sites. If we're leaning towards the Christian persuasion, there's the Harmony. If you leaning towards the Jewish persuasion, there's the J-Date. There's so many ways to find people today. But some of us aren't really looking for anyone, or we are just maybe wondering if we'll find them in a natural sort of way, in a way like going to a dog park with your boxer Basil and meeting a cool dog person. Hey, if it happens, I'll let you know. But Basil, I'm not going to use you to meet chicks. Oh, you want to do that? All right. Wow, you're the best wingman ever. And you're not even a man. Right, wing dog. So what do you think about all that? Email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. What do you think about the ever-expanding children of today, of the movies going downhill, and you have Fast and Furious in its 4th week knocking out Frozen? A lot of F's in that sentence. A lot of flosives. And this world of dating... have you used the apps, the websites? Have you used that stuff? Have you had much success? Did you have a good experience, bad experience? What? Email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email and your calm and not so calm comments. And you can supply your comments to the Facebook page, facebook.com/mikesdailypodcast. And on Twitter, I'm at Twitter simply @MikeTalks. And check out the website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, with links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. You can subscribe to us there, comment on the show, and rate the show there. If you do that, more people find out about us and we don't languish in obscurity. You can also hear this show on YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Spreaker, Player FM, and Ameristream Live. I am on the air. I do a morning show in Connecticut, weekday mornings from 6 to 10. There's a link to where to listen to that, and also the link to where to listen to my country show on the weekends. And my voice is heard all day long. I am the station voice for Country Crossroads Radio. A link to that at mikesdailypodcast.com. You can also catch this show, and you can also comment on the show and be a part of the show through Instagram, Yelp, and Tumblr. Links to all of those. And if you want to help the show out on Amazon, if you're going to buy anything on Amazon, go through MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com and click on that Amazon link. And when you buy something, that helps us out too. There's the blog, the Daily Podcast picture, and all my past interviews there at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And speaking of interviews, the finale of my March to May interview.
Into an interview.
I'm speaking with March to May. It's DARREN, GUYAZ, and BETH WESCHE. They have a new album out called The Water's Edge, which you can find at marchtomay.com and facebook.com/March to May Band. And they are going to be touring. Well, anybody you're going to be opening for? Anybody interesting? Or who would you like to open for in concert? Or maybe who would you like to have on your album that's like some famous musician?
Are we talking like pie in the sky musician choices?
Total pie in the sky.
Well, I will say that we just saw Damien Rice and Marketa Irglova come through Seattle this week, and we're just totally blown away. So right now, absolutely Damien Rice and Marketa Irglova.
Do you hear that, guys? So be on their album. All right, there.
Yeah.
I was going to play Embers. You guys made a music video for this.
Yeah.
It's very...
Have you watched it?
Yes, it's very scenic.
It is.
Where did you shoot that?
It's on the San Juan Islands. This group of islands about an hour and a half northwest of Seattle.
Oh, okay. And was it like... I mean, the weather looks so nice.
Yeah, but believe it or not, it was mid-December.
Really?
I was very cold through most of that music video. One thing we're shooting a video for Georgia right now, actually, and one thing that you will know through all of our videos is that I'm usually very cold. We have a tendency to shoot them in the winter.
Yeah, you guys do have on warm clothes in this. But it is so scenic. It works so beautifully. You've got your harp out there and on like a little beach.
Yeah.
Towards the end there. It's very pretty. And then there's this other girl in it who's like in a bed, like sad. And then she comes and meets up with you guys at the end. Mm-hmm. And I was like watching this video and going, wow, you know what I really like? I like the way women dress in Washington. I like it with all the clothes, the jackets and everything. They look like they could take the weather very, but they're still feminine, but there's something magical about it. I don't know what it is.
Thanks.
The hair's up. I don't know. It's a Washington look. Forget about the whatever look. The French look, the French, let's go with Washington couture is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's a beautiful video, and the song is beautiful. How did this song come about? So
Embers was actually one of the first songs that we wrote together. I mentioned when we started as a band, we kind of took ourselves away to the San Juan Islands, kind of on a whim and a leap of faith to see if we could actually write songs together and if this was actually going to work as a creative endeavor. And we wrote our first 2 songs out there, and Embers was one of them. So it's really been sort of like one of those touchstone songs for us throughout the time that we've been performing together. And it's always been a pretty powerful song for us, so it was fitting. It seemed fitting that we used it for our first video.
Where can they see this video?
The video is on YouTube. It's also on a couple of music video websites, including YALLWIRE, and it's going to be on Zeus TV up in the near future. But yeah, YouTube would be the best place to go for now.
And DARREN, you look a little like Kiefer Sutherland in this.
In the video?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, you look like, I'm like, oh my God, Kiefer Sutherland's in this video.
Thanks, Mike.
So anyway, yeah.
That was not intentional.
And then you had exactly 24 hours to make the video before the world ended. And
yeah, pretty much.
there was a countdown timer going and all. No, I never watched that TV show. Anyway, it would be DARREN, GUYAZ, and BETH WESCHE, and March to May is the name of the band. And check out their album, The Water's Edge, marchtomay.com, and facebook.com/March to May Band. And this is their song, Embers. Thanks, guys, for being on the show. Say hello to Washington for me. I can't wait to go back there. I miss it. It's been a couple years now.
We will, Mike, for sure.
It's very beautiful. And you guys keep traveling, because it sounds like you guys travel more than I ever will. It's like you've been everywhere.
We try.
All over the planet. And
That's the hope.
What's that?
I said that's the hope.
Yeah! And may your music travel through the universe. It's Embers, March to May on Mike's Daily Podcast. That song is haunting, isn't it? That is Embers by the band March to May, DARREN, GUYAZ, and BETH, WESCHE. As we go outside of Cafe Anyway, here at the last place on Earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, thanks again to March to May for being on the shoe.
And here's today's podcast picture.
It's another Petaluma picture. Yes, I've been there many times, but I went to visit it. I went to the marina. And there's a cool little picture of me there at the marina. You can see that at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Michael Master, I like to look at this picture and think about all the times I sailed the Pacific Ocean back and forth. Back and forth. You sailed it back and forth? Wow. That's right, because you're immortal and you've done a lot of things. Mostly in the boat. Wow, that's a fascinating thing. Did you do any online dating? Michael Master, I would never attempt to do that. That's dangerous. Well, you know, there's also this thing called love. And Chely Shoehart and the Brewmaster have found it. They're in love with each other. So happy for them. They didn't use J-Date. They didn't use Harmony. They just found each other, I guess, working here at Cafe Anyway. Chely Shoehart has the gift shop. And now she's opened up a chicken pot pie bar. And the Brewmaster, of course, makes the root beer here. It's wonderful.
Mike, that's beautiful. Love is a beautiful thing there.
You used to have a thing with Chely, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago and it went nowhere. Kind of like the Chris Christie presidential campaign thing.
You're not taking that very well, are you?
No, really, I'm not.
Mike, I thought that Chely was interested in those actors with the last name Galecki and Padalecki. Do you know that? Oh, yeah, she was interested in the actor from Supernatural and the actor from Big Bang Theory, but that ended, so. Show's done. Next show, it's going to be a feature that people have missed. So we're bringing it back. And it is called Matthew's News, where we will hear a very interesting story about why visiting people in their houses or apartments has become very unappealing of late. Why has it? We'll find out. Plus, we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, which we mentioned earlier, is in love. Floyd the Floorman and John Deere the Engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!